By the way, so they said, hold on, before we get to it, original air date February 12th.
Oh wow.
2002.
Okay. Okay, so we're in February season.
Yeah.
On the timeline. All right. This is just yeah. Let's talk about this because we have Shawn Ashmore in this episode, and I love seeing him. Actually, when I was watching this again, I just remembered how much I actually love this guy.
I thought that the X-Men were going to come out in this episode. I was hoping that they were hinting at it. I thought that he was going to have ice powers shoot out at one point. I thought, oh, they're going a different route because he's maybe Summers. Maybe he'd be like Havoc or something. Dude. I thought that there would be some type of relation. I got no X-Men, and instead I got a lot of family abuse.
What if they... That's not X-Men?
Kinda, but your brother calls the police on you. It's not your entire family turns against you.
Yeah, it's weird how big of the X-Men vibe there is in a lot of these scenes. Very prominent.
And it feels like the budget got up a little bit. I mean, it feels like that there's some scenes in here where I'm like, how did you afford that?
Yeah, good soundtrack.
Yeah.
And,
where did all this money come from?
Good effects. There was even good effects, bro.
I had to listen to Rickman's ass last episode, and then you finally give me some quality music. I don't even think we got any music last time.
Yeah, that was a doozy. That was a doozy.
There is no doozies here. There is none.
All right.
There's only leeches.
Oh. Yeah, we are on episode 12 of season 1, Leech with Smallville. This is, again, Somebody Save Me podcast. We are going to just dive right into it.
Because this is, according to you, a fantastic episode. You're going to have to tell me why you love it.
It's
I
good.
just don't get it. I'm going to jump into it, but I don't get it.
It's good.
No, by the way, best field trip of all time.
Yeah. So, yeah, we open up on a field trip. So, clearly a school day, and it's Clark, the whole class. Agriculture.
It's geology.
Or geology field trip? Okay. Geology field trip. We got...
And you would, in this type of town, though, have this type of field trip if you were in a class for geology. Like, this all makes sense.
And remember what you said, though, last episode? He didn't use X-ray vision. And this is we are finally getting X-ray vision right now. He just used it.
Wait, I was right Yes, I was right again! He is the worst. I don't understand with the X-ray vision.
He didn't use X-ray at all last
episode. See, that episode did not fit in it just didn't fit then. That kind of confirms what I think. That was an episode that was supposed to be earlier. What a great filler Tuesday we had.
Yeah.
But true. For him to immediately use the X-ray to your point is ridiculous, where why can't you just have a friendly competition with Pete?
Right.
Why can't you just compete like a normal person?
He has to
Clark, cheat. You gotta cheat to beat Pete? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you couldn't beat him in a rope climbing contest. I forgot.
That's right. He did beat his ass on that one. He did. Bro, he showed he was really strong. So he finds the rose quartz.
So you punch a hole when you're on a field trip, right?
And no one hears it?
Nobody sees you too, right?
Remember, everyone's in their own world in Smallville, man.
Everyone's minding their business. I'm not gonna even look. Oh, Pete's shocked.
Like that person right there who just walked across, like...
Joseph, there are people in the background. They're all digging in the same area where Clark is at right now, and he just punches.
This is a crazy thing. So, yeah, he's showing Pete what he found, cheated what to find. And so, we're getting veins again. Look, you got veins.
Why are the veins blue?
They aren't blue.
The veins are blue.
Maybe just a really dark green.
No, those were blue veins. I don't understand. I needed green. I needed some bright green. Give me the kryptonite veins, not blue veins.
You know it's so weird? Because Lana really hasn't been wearing her necklace. And why is it that she's just now wearing it again?
You think that it's because Whitney recommended her to wear it?
I don't know. Why would you think that?
Because Whitney would be that type of judgmental
Where's your
guy.
necklace? Where's your necklace, Lana?
Hey, you know what? I went through a lot to get that back. So you need to wear it.
Dude, it wasn't even him. Clark found it for her. Remember, he left it on her doorknob, bro.
Remember, Whitney gave it to Clark when he tied him up as the Scarecrow.
That was first episode.
Yeah, I know, but that's where then he gave it back to her. I thought that's when he gave it back to her.
Well, Clark gave it back to her.
Yeah.
But apparently Whitney did.
Either way, I get your point.
It was Clark.
I get your point. Why are we having... Again, though, it means less... These episodes aren't fitting in a timeline. It's the only thing I can think of is that everything seems to be like The Witcher Season 1, where it's all different time period, just scattered around.
Like we had Thanksgiving last week, and now it's spring break.
Yes.
So
Clark
obviously
ruins the scavenger hunt, cheats.
Yeah, he cheats, and of course Lana's necklace is making him sick. And so Chloe comes over here and is just like, I hate this field trip.
She's acting like Taylor right now. I love Chloe so much in this.
God.
Because she's like, why would I do this? Why would I be out here? If I wanted to look at a rock, I would just look it up on the computer. This is such a Taylor response where it's like, I don't want to have to do this right now. It's cold. It's rainy. I'm wet. Let me go inside. I get it. People love to be adventurers. But if I'm already in a town where everything is already about the meteor rocks, and then I have to go through with the class and have to deal with this on the field trip. I've been there, done this. I'm done.
Don't be such a party pooper, bro.
But now we have the introduction of ICEMAN.
Yeah, we have ICEMAN.
Who he is?
So it's Shawn Ashmore playing Eric Summers.
Bobby.
In this episode. And yes, as you would know, he is Iceman in X-Men, or at least the older X-Men movies. And so we have him introduced. He looks like kind of a geek, nerdy type dude, maybe? Like,
to be honest with you, I don't understand like why he's even picked on or anything. He's not like a bad
he
looking
seems like
kid.
a chill kid.
He seems like a normal guy.
He really does.
So this is even the way he does this part too, where he cracks open the rock, finds the kryptonite, and then it's like, hey, Holly, were you able to find this? It's not in a creepy way. It's not in a bug boy way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a helping out thing, and even her response is, no, I'm good, I already found it. He's not then weird about it. He's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it is. I don't like that because it really, like I said, he seems normal. Like the girl isn't weirded out, and usually that's the first sign. That's usually the first sign. A girl's weirded out, yeah, the guy's probably weird.
Well, even when I mention a bug boy, and then you even have Amy, it's like, well, you usually get somebody that's obsessed.
And clearly a freak.
Exactly. Even Shawn with his freezer hose. But now with this, what you're saying, it's a normal guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with him.
Man's just jamming. Yeah. He's just jamming, and the cross-eyed boyfriend over here.
Well, this is Brent.
Why does he look
Brent
cross-eyed?
now is defending. Okay, yeah.
Why does he look cross-eyed, bro?
His eye is going one way.
If I was Eric right now, I'd be like, what? I mean, what are you saying? This is your girlfriend? I'm so sorry.
No, you look at Holly and you go, really?
I'd be like,
this
yo,
guy?
He can look at you?
This guy?
Who's he looking at right now, me or you?
But he then says, hey, Eric, stop talking to my lady.
Hey, loser! He's like talking like a greasehead or something.
But Eric actually responds, what are you going to do?
Yeah, he's like...
Eric doesn't care, which is, again, going back to what we're saying. This isn't a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Even the girl is not weirded out by him. So he's standing up to a bully, but then we figure out what is really going to be Eric's problem. Oh, his family.
You're lucky your daddy's a teacher. So daddy's the teacher of the geology class or whatever, and bro... Why is he so mean? Why is he like this?
Okay, so we made fun of, I have definitely talked my fair of smack about Jonathan. We've made fun of Lionel's fathering and parenting skills. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think this man should watch those two on how to parent their child. Because somehow the way they are raising their boys is better than what this man is doing. What does Eric do? What did Eric do to him?
He
looked at him?
He asked a girl if she wanted something off the checklist, man. And then boyfriend said, I'm cross-eyed. Oh, wait, your dad's... I think he's coming at me. I'm not sure, but you're lucky he's your teacher. He's like... And so... Yeah, and he's just like, okay, what are you going to do? Yeah, whatever. Eric! Get with the program. And hey, by the way, it isn't Dad. It's Mr. Summers at school.
Yeah, I get it, Dad. What did I tell you about calling me that? It's Mr. Summers. Why would you ever act like that with your child? Why would you ever... Oh, and by the way, you better find every rock, and you have 10 minutes to finish the assignment. What? You didn't say 10 minutes to anybody else. What is going on? Is that a part of the class?
Like underlying hatred.
What did he do? And you know what? I even put down in my notes, though, I go, okay, I get it. Eric must have killed his mother during childbirth, and that's why his father then resents Eric.
Dude, that would make sense.
I would get it.
But hey, guess who we have in his life? His mom. His mom's alive.
So Eric walks away and says, okay, Dad, whatever. Puts his headphones
Pete says,
on.
glad he's not my dad.
Pete, where's your dad?
That's what I'm talking about. Where is he?
We saw when in Jitters you were having a gun pointed at you and you ran to the kids after you were let out. You didn't run to your parents. We didn't see them. Nobody saw them.
Imaginary.
So
yeah.
Now this man gets back. Mr. Summers, because I can't call him Dad.
That's right.
He gets back on the bus and his reaction is, where the hell is Eric?
God damn it. Eric.
My God. He's so angry about his own kid. He's not worried about what happened to him. If he's in danger, he's like, oh my God,
He just walked up to. He walked up to the bus just to check everyone. He just walked up, turned to see the aisles. Damn it, Eric. Like already. It's like, and what if he was like sitting there already? And he just assumed it was his son that was gone or missing. How would he know it's missing? Was every seat full?
It'd be great if he really wasn't. Hey, Dad, I'm right here. Oh my God, if you do that again, I swear to God.
Who said to sit in the back? Sit up front with me. Keep an eye on you. Did you find every rock?
Show me.
Sit down.
So now he explains Eric's missing. Clark, being the overhero that he is.
I'll go find him.
So Clark then gets up from the school bus. The teacher is not worried about his own kid.
At all.
He is not concerned. He's like, yeah, I need another student to go find my lost son.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't he be the one to do that?
Because my son is worthless. Hopefully something did happen to him.
As a son and as a student, why do I need to go back there?
Listen, I'm failing him. So, all right, here we go. Here is your part. Where now we have Eric standing at the bridge. Where, Joseph, you want to explain who we have playing in the background?
Yeah, we got Stain, bro, Fade specifically, and he's just jamming. He's feeling suicidal, and yeah, I get it, bro. Do you get it?
Well, wait, that was your father. So that's what you're having to go home to.
Yeah, for sure.
Already on the bus, he's ready to whoop your ass. I can only imagine what's going to happen because I didn't find every rock. What if that's what it was? What if Eric just didn't find the rocks?
Yeah, he saw his checklist already. He told him something on his side. He's like, just wait till we're home, man. Just wait till we're home. And Eric's just like, I'm going to listen to Stained and go jump off this dam.
I'm done. I can't go home.
Tell Mom I love her, and I won't be home for dinner.
Now Clark is yelling because he obviously finds Eric, screaming at him, hey, Eric, get off the bridge. Where he just is holding on to the kryptonite rock and in a way just smiling, being like, hey, Clark, I love living on the edge.
Yeah. He like takes off the earphones and doesn't say anything and just looks at him.
By the way, speaking of living on the edge, that was Chloe last episode. Him and Chloe would be great together. Just saying.
Mean, they kind of flirt.
They do a little bit.
They kind of flirt.
I'm just saying they'd be a great couple.
Yeah, that's true.
Lightning strikes where now it's causing Eric to fall down where his bag of rocks, where Clark then runs over to catch it. And now we have a shot from the intro.
Yep. Clark is getting shocked by the lightning directly twice, and it's triggering some type of spell, whatever you want to call it, event that is fusing with the kryptonite with both of them while they're hanging on. And also, that was a whole different actor when they shot the part where he's
where he's pulling him up too. Yeah, I noticed that.
And so then Clark feels pain.
Tom can't do that stuff.
When he touches Eric after he gets him up, because he's like kind of, what is that, burning on his jacket from the lightning or something?
Hold on, we got to go back to this. What are we calling this? What are we calling this power? Because I couldn't come up with anything except lightning strikes kryptonite while both of us are touching. Power.
Dude. Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, the power itself, I guess, or the...
Because is that also just reserved for him? Couldn't anybody then do this?
That's true.
Couldn't anybody do this if you're just holding a kryptonite? Well, could that mean with you and I? If we're holding a piece of kryptonite, even though we're normal, do we switch, like, abilities?
It looks
Could you do that with an athlete? Is this Space Jam?
Oh. I need his talent.
Oh, my God.
Give me all his talent.
That's what I mean. Could anybody do this? Is really what I'm asking.
Really? No. Yeah. That's what I would assume because they don't clarify that at all. Like I would assume that, and I think that's valid to assume.
Yeah. So are we calling this though holding Kryptonite Rock while together and Lightning Strike?
We can just go by the episode name Leech, dude. We can go by Leech.
I don't. But
and it kind of reminds.
But how do you explain the power?
It also reminds me of Parasite. The villain Parasite.
Well, yeah. But how do you explain? You just can't explain this.
I know, but it's a chemical reaction, bro.
I hate you. So now we're getting after the intro where, of course, Jonathan is having problems. So let me get this straight. It's muddy because it's raining outside, where Jonathan then loads bales of hay into the truck, causing the truck to then seep into the mud, where then now Jonathan magically can't get the truck outside of the mud. I wonder how this happened, Jonathan. Maybe it's because you were only doing that to make your job easier to then use your son to finish the job as normal. You're doing this on purpose, and I'm not gonna let this slide.
Dude, hey. He got his truck stuck in the
kidding?
mud. He got his truck stuck in the mud. I can't explain it, honestly. I have no argument. Good job, John. You did great, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Clark, there you are.
There you are. Where did you come from? Oh, you have to go to school at this hour? I wonder who could have predicted the time. Jonathan, I'm not buying that.
Maybe I'll get this stuck by the time Clark's running out.
Try to be a better salesman than Rickman, Jonathan.
Dude. So anyways, he asked Clark for his help to get it pushed out of the mud. So we're now getting to see how John is about to do that.
Where he's now getting inside of the truck, pulling down the lever to make it drive, where Clark is attempting to lift. Joseph, I'm trying to understand how Clark ends up in the situation that he does when trying to lift this truck. Because obviously he's struggling, Jonathan's pulling it forward, truck's going up and down in the mud. Clark then just falls back.
He threw himself like a baby. He threw himself like a baby. I'm done with this, Pa.
And then just falls back.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
He just falls back. He just says, "Oh, I can't do this anymore." And where did the nosebleed come from?
Bro, I think he hit himself in the nose.
So my issue more than anything with the nosebleed, and that spoiler alert, that's going to be coming up later on, but this is why I wanted to touch on this. I thought when I first saw this that this was because Eric had nosebleeds.
Huh.
See, I thought that, and I ended up maybe being wrong
swapped
here.
Physiology.
Yeah, that's what I thought that this was, is that Eric had nosebleed problems, and that's why all of a sudden Clark does. Because the nosebleeds don't make sense.
Yeah, because it even happens again later. But I don't know if it's a matter of overexerting himself, because that has been known to happen. You can get a nosebleed if you're overexerting yourself.
Okay, so if that's what you're going with, then okay, I would buy that.
That's
more
probably
than
the most valid thing. But I do what if he actually just swapped physiologies with that person?
That's really what I was buying into, where now he's going in where he's having the cloth because Martha's being the good mother that he is, and they're just sitting on the porch where he's explaining I'm normal, and he's kind of conflicted with it because he's in a way scared because he's never been this way, where he's even looking to his parents for reassurance. This is weird. Because it seems like that in a way his parents aren't that upset by this.
Oh, for sure.
His parents are concerned, but they're not overly concerned like if they leave town for 24 hours. This just seems like a bigger deal.
Yeah, it's definitely a big deal because also, they're a little concerned because they're scared that he may be sick. Like there's some type of sickness.
Funniest part here is the fact where Clark then runs out, and Jonathan, hey, you're going to miss your bus. Clark then
tries to speed off.
I can't. Jonathan's reaction is, let me go get my keys so I could try to get my truck out now, you son of a bitch. I love John. He's so angry that he has to take Clark to school. He looks down. He's so mad.
Bro, he's like, damn it, he can't run.
Oh, my God. This is really going to make my life difficult, Clark. You see the hay in the back?
Martha, can you do my chores while I'm gone taking Clark?
Looks like I gotta take our son.
Hey, sorry, it's because of him, Martha. I would do it if I was here, babe. I promise.
All right, Martha, I'm gonna take your car. You get that truck out of the mud when I get back.
Yeah, it better be out of the mud when I get back.
That hay better be unloaded too.
And so after that, Clark tried to speed off. He clearly can. He's lost his speed too. Looks like all of his powers. We pull up to the Summers household. So yes, Eric Summers, nod to X-Men, which is great because this was before. Or was it, did we clarify? The first X-Men came out before this, correct?
Well, that's where it's weird for me because, yes, if this was 2002, which we looked at, it was February 2002, X-Men 1 was for sure before this.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Why does he look younger in this?
Yeah, it's weird.
He looks even smaller in Smallville than he did in the first X-Men. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong because in the first X-Men film, it truly was just a close-up of him making the ice rose. So maybe I'm wrong. But he just looks so much younger in this Smallville.
Oh, you think he looks younger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he looks younger and smaller in this.
I honestly think he looks honestly a little bit of the same, bro. This is not like a long time period because this is what? Oh, it's 02 and we have it from 2000. I mean, 2 years? Maybe, I don't know.
Compared to though with X2, which is where I think X2 is coming out at this time, X2 he looks a lot bigger. Maybe it's just the X suit.
Yeah, it's all a little puffy.
Could be all the X suit.
It's a little puffy.
Maybe I'll go with that.
But I like that the Summers last name, and obviously it has to be a nod to X-Men, bro. Like, why not?
Well, the neighborhood even looks like the neighborhood when they're going into Dark Phoenix Saga.
Yeah,
that's what it exactly looks like.
Jean, his neighbor?
That would be amazing if a redheaded girl came walking out. Holy crap, would I freak out.
I would die at that.
But he's now walking down the stairs where Eric is not in a bad mood whatsoever here. Eric is like, he's feeling good.
This is a normal morning probably for him. A little bit. Because he notices he can't wear his glasses anymore.
So
it's like a Toby nod now.
Exactly. Where he's in a good mood because he's figuring out, hey, I don't need something, blah, blah, blah. Coming downstairs. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. What did he do to them?
Dude,
what did he do to them?
And of course, Eric goes sarcastic on his dad because his dad's just being snarky, bro. Like, oh, can't take you, you're late. And then his mom's just like, I'll take him.
Yeah, he says, I can't take you to school because I have a faculty
meeting, bro.
And he's like, Dad, I'll just go right now. No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What did I do? What did he do to him?
He just woke up.
There is no way they wanted a child.
Maybe being alive is the biggest problem here. Maybe him being alive, he's like, yeah, I don't like you. I don't like you.
You want to talk about parents that truly believe they had a mistake? It's the Summers.
Dude, it's Mr. Summers. And so Eric goes sarcastic on him. He's like, yeah, Mr. Summers, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, don't you take that tone with me.
Well, he's more upset because of the stunt that he performed at the field trip.
Committing suicide, like almost committing suicide.
Yeah, hey, Dad, why don't you be concerned about my health? No, I'm concerned about my reputation at the school.
He said it was stupid and selfish.
What I love.
What?
What I love, though, is why don't you save the speeches for your classes, dumbass.
And dude, he swings at him, bro.
His dad winded up and went for it. He was going to hit him.
Backhand, too.
And you know what's scary about that? Eric knew what he was going to do because it's happened so many times before.
Yep.
What are they doing to Eric?
More like, what is he doing? Him.
What is going on with this household?
Dude.
And by the way, no pictures of their family. No pictures of Eric when he was a baby. There are no pictures of anything when it comes to them being a happy family.
Pictures of their dog. They might have a dog. Probably pictures with him instead. But, yeah, so he moves, obviously, strangely fast to block his dad from hitting him. And even his dad acknowledges, like, how the hell did you just do that?
And he's a little bit freaked out where his dad then walks away. Eric is a little bit weirded out himself because he's never been able to do that. Cut to, I know your favorite part, where it's Pete about to go shower time.
Yep. Once again, dude, he's just like, always walking in here with Clark. And it's like, oh, he can't wait for the shower, man. He's like, wow, Clark, you're breaking a sweat, man. You've never been like this before. He's like, you're falling apart, man. I'll see you in the shower. I'll see you in the shower.
Sorry. Just make sure you don't miss that shower.
I mean, really, technically, he just ditches Clark because Clark needs to sit down and cool it for a sec. And
Pete, it's funny because he says, Oh my god, I have a pain in my leg. He's like, that's a cramp, idiot.
He's talking down on
Yeah.
him. I was like, dude, Pete, remember who you are.
Well, wait, Pete still beat him though in rope climbing. We're not gonna forget that.
Clark would wipe the floor with him in a fight.
Pete has an article in the Torch on dating.
We're on 7 weeks ago, Taylor. Let it go.
I'm never gonna let that go.
Let it go.
He's the best writer the
Until
Torch
I see
has.
a new one.
Volume 57, week 15.
I'm gay.
I think it's 14.
I'm gay.
No.
Pete Ross. Story by Pete Ross.
So I had this limo.
I had this limo. One day, I was in the showers with my best friend the next.
So Clyde is now completely normal in a way because he's never felt it. I'm going to buy you're overexerting himself because now he's just walking back completely exhausted.
Drenched in sweat.
The gym is there where Eric is just working out by himself. I thought this was kind of funny because you would think Clark would want to stick around and watch him work out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in trying to be weird or funny, but I would want to see. I'd be like, okay, I don't believe you. Because Clark is saying, hey, do you feel weird at all after what happened? Eric is like, no, I feel great. Clark is saying, is there anything that's strange that's been happening? Eric is like, no, I'm good, man. Why aren't you staying there to see? It's like, okay, well, I'm going to see how you lift this.
That's true. Yeah.
That's all I would want to test because obviously he has your strength now. So you would at least get a little bit of it. He is the worst detective.
Yeah, I would immediately.
Where's Chloe? Chloe!
I would immediately assume. Well, if Chloe knew, then yeah, she could probably explain that, but she doesn't know his secret.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like Chloe would at least figure this out in 5 seconds.
In some way, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so it even goes back to maybe his physiology now is as weak as Eric's was. Like, he's truly overexerting himself because, first off, he's bigger than Eric, just by 1.
Yeah.
And second, I mean, it's like, they're two completely different ways. He probably doesn't work out ever. I guarantee he doesn't work out. Also, don't you like how he's wearing red now and Clark's not wearing red, dude?
Well, his pants are red.
Pants don't mean anything, dude.
Pants mean everything.
No.
But you're saying that... you're saying now that Eric is wearing all red. But... I agree, and that's why I was hoping the nosebleeds were something that Eric, just to kind of tie more into the physiology being what they've switched, because that would make sense why Pete even walks back to the locker room. Even though Clark has always had his powers, you would think Clark would still be able to run and not look this exhausted compared to Pete.
I know, and it's weird. That's why I make the argument, to maybe hopefully it saves it, but that... He has Eric's physiology.
He has Eric's body right now in that size.
Yeah, exactly. And so Eric, as Clark walks away to try to recover his nosebleed, Eric puts on the max weight on this pull-up bar, whatever you want to call it.
600 big ones.
Dude, 600, bro. And then he's lifting that. He's repping it, dude. It's not even anything.
And he's laughing. Because also what I like about Eric, that's why I've been confused with this episode, is... Eric, to me, is not a bad guy right now. What has he done that's been bad? Even with him lifting the weights right there, he's acting like a kid that just got superpowers.
Yeah. For sure. You wake up one day and, hey, I am all of a sudden really strong. This is awesome.
That's no different to what you said earlier, to your point. This is what Tobey Maguire was acting like.
Yeah, that's true.
Wherever he had the no glasses, he goes
to school the next day. Wall.
He started catching all of the items on the tray, which, by the way, was a real shot.
Oh, yeah.
No special effects.
That's what I'm talking about.
But, yeah, it seems like that Eric, to me, is not bad.
Yeah, and also, let's talk about how everyone is still in their own world. I know there's someone right there in plain view able to see Eric lifting so much weight. Like, just hearing that back and forth, there's no way no one's noticing that.
Except, unless we're going back to what we even saw in the class of geology, you're trying to still sell to me Smallville in this episode that Eric is one of those weirdos like the Amy and the others with Bug Boy.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He's not at all.
But to your point, they're trying to make it seem like that by even him being alone in that weight room. This trying to make sense. Except he's not weird.
It's not weird.
His family sucks. Eric doesn't suck.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd be cool with him. So now we get back to the streets of Smallville. Are we going to call this... Should we call this downtown? Is this like downtown to them?
Well, it's the same street every time. I know they only have one main road. This has to be like their 6th street.
That's what I mean, downtown.
Yeah,
so is it their downtown?
But I feel like Smallville is one street. Is it more than one street? I thought that,
Yeah,
like,
you know how there's like post here and
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Damn, I don't know, dude. Look, okay. So I don't know if you noticed it in the back, right there in that last frame. That's the Fordman store, right there.
Oh.
That's the Foreman store. It says that Whitney Foreman. So that's why they're showing up. We have Whitney and Lana coming out of the truck. They drove over here. Lana is, I guess, just going to the flower shop because that's where Nels' flower shop is. But we have Whitney here. And as it goes to this frame on the right side, you notice it says Foreman's. And that's Whitney Foreman's store.
So it just so happens that the flower shop is across the street from his shop? How romantic. Yeah, that makes me sick, actually.
Dude, that's how everyone knows these families, I guess. But yeah, so Whitney is suffering with the like sickness of his dad right now, so he's not able to do his homework and train, and he's basically kissing the scholarship goodbye.
Why would Lana say, I'll come over tonight and help you with your homework if she's 14 and he's a senior? Why is she able to help him with his homework? How dumb is Whitney is really what we're going to. Because in the Jitters episode, remember, he was on the same class. So let's go to this. Where Whitney says he's even behind in his work. It's senior year in high school and you're the varsity quarterback and you're trying to tell me that you have homework? You can go to hell. Unless you're having to pass like the tax test. Or having to pass some type of test, but you're so dumb you can't do it. Well, you need your 14-year-old girlfriend to help.
Bro, imagine. No wonder he has no more friends on the football team. They know that she helps him with his homework.
Again, all of his friends were the 7 people that were expelled for cheating thanks to the coach.
So wow, dude. Maybe
That's
the
what it
Lettermans are
was.
actually doing the reverse. Maybe they're making him dumb.
That you said that though, is that the Letterman gave him his superpowers of douchiness. So maybe what comes with the douchiness comes the dumb. Wow. It's the only thing that makes sense.
He's wearing the Letterman to work, bro. He's wearing the Letterman to work.
I hate that she's so positive, which I think also, I'm not sure if any of the episodes else have a scene. We saw a shot of the torch. It was the first time they actually showed. Oh, no, not the torch. I'm sorry. The Talon. The Talon was the first time that I've actually seen, or maybe just noticed that where they actually showed the name Talon on the theater.
This is the first appearance of it, bro.
See, I noticed things. And now,
good, because that's a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, obviously you love it more than the Beanery from your hatred.
Beanery sucks.
Whitney then, obviously, when he's giving Lana now the hug, is noticing, hey, since when did Nell put the shop up for sale?
Bro.
Lana then turns around and is like, who the fuck are you?
Dude, she is unbelievably mad. I'm sorry, to Nell's point, because Nell makes an argument here because Lana barges in
This is completely true.
Yeah, it's like Nell is like, you've never had any interest in the store. Why do I need to consult you about this? I just made the decision this morning.
What are you talking about?
It's not your store.
You were a cheerleader that you were focusing on. You have your boyfriend. You said you quit cheerleading because you wanted to focus on being your own woman. So then you went and had a job. Since when do you care about the theater and this floral shop? Since when have you come around and helped?
Dude, and it's another thing to notice here, too, with this conversation. She said, are you going to sell the theater as well? That's the Talon.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, I had no idea she owned it, too.
Well,
it's crazy. So this is what I was talking about earlier it's probably a couple episodes ago, but we're going to get episodes where it's going to establish the Talon and then show how it becomes the new hangout spot.
Well, yeah, because obviously when it's a movie theater, here's my question to you that I put in my notes. Why is nobody using this movie theater? How many movie theaters does Smallville really have? If this is probably the only movie theater, wouldn't they want to put this? It's 2002.
Well, apparently it just recently closed up.
What do you mean it recently closed up? From what it looks like on the inside, it closed up 10 years ago.
Maybe.
What was recent to these people? But still doesn't make sense that Lana would be this upset about it because this is the first time we're ever hearing about it.
Shut up, Lana.
You just need to mind your own business sometimes.
Yeah, she's so sad. Like, yeah, I'm going to sell it. Just be quiet.
And now we're going into the next scene where...
Animals. We have animals.
We have the first cow. Look at this.
Look, dude, we got the cows, bro.
I am now in a really good mood. There are multiple cows.
There's a lot.
There are a lot of cows. how could I call that? And then it shows up.
Yep.
There's no way they're in any other episode.
Bro, John's taking care of them cows, dude.
No wonder. Jonathan is finally busy, even though he has his son still helping him feed.
So yeah, showing John obviously doing some chores around the farm, and Clark's just talking about, dude, I am so tired. I'm so tired. It takes me like 2 hours to do things now. Like, oh, boo-hoo. John's over here like, sounds normal to me, man. Like, hey, I do this every day.
It used to take me 5 minutes to do my chores. Now it takes me 2 hours. Wow, Clark. Wow, I feel so bad for you and your struggles. Why don't you tell me more about how quick you used to be able to do things, and how strong you were, and how weak all of us peasants are? You know what, Clark? I don't like the attitude this episode at all.
Dude,
you're looking down on people.
That's what normal people do, bro. They give attitude.
I guess, but still. Jonathan puts his arm around Clark, where he's like, haha, you
Nice little bonding moment.
Well, he's more like, you better get used to it, weakling.
That's basically what he's telling him. And then, so, yeah, that happens.
So my question to you, though, is before we get into the next scene, you think Jonathan is happier that Clark is normal?
Well, they even touch on that a little bit in here.
He seems happier.
Yeah.
Look at the bonding moments. Look at him put his arm around Clark. Since when is he that close with Clark where he's so buddied up with him? You want to know why? It's because Jonathan is afraid of his own son.
Honestly. And it even goes to the point how we used to tease about it, how he thinks, like, he's just better than everyone. He's secretly jealous of Clark and what he can do. You know what I mean? So, maybe it's kind of cool just to have your normal son. It's like, hey, just like me.
Maybe Jonathan's just selfish.
He's just like me.
He just doesn't want anybody to be better than him, even though everybody is.
Okay, right now, no one is, dude.
Right now, Mr. Summers is a better father.
No, don't you dare, dude. Jonathan would never lay her finger on Clark like that, bro.
Okay, that's very true. I can never defend this.
He would never do
Good
that.
Lord. Even though it's probably because he was afraid that Clark would hit him back with his powers. But now that he's not, maybe that's why Jonathan is so
break
happy.
fingers trying to hit this man, dude.
I finally get to hit Clark. Martha, this is my moment.
Bring the belt!
This is my time.
Bring the fresh leather belt I just made.
Clark, did you not get your chores done on time?
Yeah, it's past due time.
Now we get to see what real kids go through.
All right, so in the next scene, we go to the Luther mansion. We had the reemergence of Roger.
This is the first time they brought back the journalist.
Yeah, you remember this shit? Dude, I almost forgot about this guy.
Me too. Whenever Lex showed in the car and is like, hey, you need to research this for me, which I told you before I still think is stupid. Let me get the journalist to research this car accident.
Oh, my God.
Because the journalist is the best person to be able to find this information out. Lex, you could hire anybody.
Chloe.
Like, yeah, Chloe solves a lot of cases. Have you not heard?
And she's pretty cheap on the pay scale.
She works at the office known as Solved.
The Torch, she owns it. She's a freshman, okay?
7 years.
And so Lex is clearly behind this experiment of tracking down or the analytics.
Going through the car accident.
The car accident from the very first episode when he hit Clark. And so this guy, Roger, managed to get the software, the analytics, all of it to Lex so he can research it and keep looking at it over and over again.
Okay, you know why this part's stupid to me? Didn't he have that exact footage when he showed it to him the first time? Wasn't this footage exactly what was playing in the background with the computer image with the car? And that's what he showed the journalist, so the journalist didn't tell him anything except, hey...
Maybe he added numbers.
He was like, hey, you're right, this is what happened. What? What do you mean, what? That's what... What?
You didn't make any sense.
That was the same video! You didn't show me anything new! You didn't tell me anything
like just
new!
sitting there like...
But now Lex is convinced because the journalist said it was true.
Yeah,
the hell?
Like he should be dead or something, whatever. But, so, we get out of there, and we are back at the Kent farm.
Jaguar.
Lex... Oh, my God.
Told you!
So he shows up classy at night on the farm. No one's gonna see. Also, it's very first time we see Lex pull up. Is this unannounced?
Yes. We have to call it announced, and this is also maybe the reason why we never heard Lex's car. It's because it's the Jag where it has such quiet tires.
Damn.
Or maybe he parks here right in the middle of the field. Between the two. Maybe that's why nobody can hear, because he
parks
walks
right at the entrance so no one else can enter.
Well, and he also says, I need my exercise for the day.
No, that's true. He's probably just sitting around all day, bro.
But Clark is now still fixing the fence, where Lex is walking up to him and is like, hey, After my journalist told me I was right, I now know I'm right. So, Clark, tell me the truth. Tell me what you really are.
Yeah, tell me what you remember about the car accident. He's like, dude, he's clearly annoyed with it. He's like, bro.
Well, Clark's been working all day.
Yeah, but also he's told him multiple times.
Well, what I also enjoy is the fact where Lex, even when Clark says, hey, help me out with this, since when do you need help with anything?
I love that. But
they're still going back and forth where, to your point now, Clark is upset that Lex is even continuously asking. You would think that Lex would let this go because, to Clark's point, what does it matter?
Yeah.
What are you going to get out of knowing something like this? However, I wrote in my notes because I kind of have a serious question to you. Would this have changed Lex Luthor if he told him in this scene? Would this have changed Lex's past or their future together? And would it have changed their relationship if Clark tells him right now?
Dude. I think yes, it would.
And would they have become just closer friends in the end if Clark tells him right here?
So you mean change in a good way?
Yes. I'm saying, does Lex go on the same path that he's destined for if Clark says it?
No. I still think that no. I think it would change the fate. Obviously, it'd be a little earlier, but he's still going to be the villain, bro.
But why? And that's where I'm going
because
with.
He's going to want to use his power. And
for
if he's
what?
Not, what do you mean for what?
What does Lex gain out of this?
Everything.
Lex, in my opinion, gains nothing out of knowing Clark is this special. And maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. But I just think that I don't know what Clark does here. Like how Lex, where it would be bad. That's where I'm at.
Dude, he would push ideas on him probably all the time. Why don't we try this? Have you ever done this? Let's do something with this that you can do. He's in a dog. You know, Lex, it's all about schemes, bro. It's all about ventures. He likes these secret ventures. If he's here to attain power.
It's all about obsessions and him being able to research that obsession. His obsession is Clark.
His obsession is power.
So what if later on, not right now?
No, it is now.
If anything, his obsession is taking down Lionel. I'm not going to say it's power. It's taking down Daddy, and it's figuring out Clark's secret. So I just think that, and this is what I put. That's why I asked the question. I just put that I think it would actually have changed their course. And I think it would have made them become closer. And I think it would have made Lex a better person.
Not at all.
Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
It's a lot of what ifs in here, all right?
Hey, he never tells him, okay?
So we open up after that scene with Clark just basically telling him, dude, stop asking me about it. He gets frustrated. We open up on Eric just sipping some coffee out in the streets of downtown, whatever, Smallville. And U2 was playing, bro, as we came in. And he's watching Cross-Eyed Boyfriend douche with his girlfriend. And we have Chloe and Pete just walk past him, and it's just normal, I guess, like that.
Well, I actually didn't mind it either, because once again, it's you wanting to convince me that Eric is some type of creeper. Yeah. And even when Eric is standing up watching Holly and Brent just flirt, going shopping in the one street that Smallville has, it's still not weird for me. I'm not getting the weird
Yeah, because
vibes.
I don't think he obviously followed them. He probably just was out there.
He got himself a cup of coffee at the beanery.
He doesn't want to be at home.
Who would ever want to be in that home?
We're not being at home right now.
Like, I have so much homework. I have to go to the library. I'm going to go to the beanery. I don't even have any money. I'd probably tell the beanery what my home life is like so that I could stay there till close. I would be like Harry.
Dude.
I'll play you piano. I'll learn piano.
And so Pete and Chloe just walk past him, and Eric's just chilling on the wall, got the black jacket on over the red.
Over the red.
Yeah. And so
Pete and Chloe are talking about how Clark has been weird because of how normal he is now.
All tired, falling asleep in class.
And it's funny because even Pete, he just face planted in math class and he just passed out on his desk. All Chloe says, I have 2 words for him. Power bar. Why does that explain it, Chloe? And I have 2 words for you, Joseph. I'm sorry, 3. What the hell? Because who the hell, if this is a small town of Smallville, we would obviously know even the town homeless people. How is it that we have a random
burglar?
What?
robber. He immediately goes after Chloe's purse. Look how she smacks him on the head like this is doing anything.
This man should be. Who is this guy? What? Somebody should have called the cops on him much sooner than him even taking Chloe's purse.
Probably off that moonshine right now.
Because for him to even think that this is a good idea for me to take it on the one street of Smallville, like, what are you doing?
I didn't get it because he takes the bag. Look how she hits him, dude. She's just like,
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it! Give me my
Pete,
laptop.
Oh no!
Oh no! I fell over.
Pete trying to be a man and stick up for the woman. Pete got in the way because if not, then he would have hurt Chloe. You know why? Because Pete defends the innocent. Pete is the true hero in this episode.
Clark could beat up this guy.
Oh my God.
So you're telling me, like I said, Clark's winning in a fight, bro?
This is the one guy that Whitney could take.
Maybe. And so the guy gets away with the laptop, the purse, whatever, and Eric speeds up in front of him, blocks the knife, and it breaks. It shatters.
What I love, and I even put, is this guy like carrying a pirate knife? Like what?
Yeah, that was weird.
Type of knife? I go, what is
that wasn't no regular cutlery there.
That wasn't. Where do you go? Where did that come from?
Not no steak knife, not even a hunting knife.
No.
No, that was like.
This guy is not a normal burglar.
I think he actually is a pirate.
I think he's actually an assassin.
Oh.
And he came to take the information that Chloe had hidden in her purse, making it look like a robbery, to where what the guy did not expect was to find a hero in the name of Eric, where Eric says, "What are you doing?" Then throws him through the sheet of glass that just so happens to be driving by at that point.
Oh my God, why? Yeah, I didn't understand it at all.
And what does everybody do when this happens?
He lands in front of cross-eyed boyfriend.
And
dude.
Holly. And what does Holly do in this scene?
Get wet?
Oh my God.
Dude, she is fucking horny, bro.
Oh my God. And she doesn't even have any kryptonite.
Nope.
And look at Chloe's face.
That was amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, basically tosses Hillbilly Joe or Roscoe, whoever that guy was.
The pirate.
Yeah, Pirate Pete.
He's Pirate Pete.
Pirate Pete. And so yeah, he gets thrown, and he gets thrown through that random piece of glass. And yeah, Holly is just so turned on, man. She sees him across the
Chloe.
street. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chloe too. Everyone's all patting him like, "Oh, good job." You like as we cut to after that scene, the newspaper article. Oh, Superboy in Smallville.
I do love it, but who came up with that title?
What do you mean? Oh,
Chloe.
dude.
Chloe came up with that title.
I was like, okay, yeah. So yeah, Chloe came up with it, and it made the actual ledger, the Smallville ledger, not even school paper.
This is a big deal because the ledger is apparently bigger than the torch, which I was
The torch is a high school paper, Taylor. Yes,
Lex Luthor was looking it up on the computer. It is much bigger.
Of course, it's accessible. It's on the school website.
7 years.
Dude, it's on the school website. Okay, come on, dog.
Listen, there was controversial speeches at Smallville.
I guarantee that was Lex's only online. No, that was the Torch's only online view that week.
Lana's mom was racist in her speech.
Pete had a date. God.
All right, so now we're going into the Kim farm where they're talking about how Clark is being normal, where in a way, do you call it jealousy or do you see Clark kind of in a way telling his parents, I told you I was right, where people would love me if I was a hero, like what Eric is doing in this scene.
And that sucks too because...
But does it?
Well, no, I'm saying that he's jealous. Of course he would be jealous of that right at first. They're all going to love him like, wow, I should have done this a long time ago. And then even them, I like their argument too. It's like, yeah, maybe for now, but you don't know how it's going to be later.
Well, yeah, and it's funny, though, because they're still trying to lift Clark up. I just think that Martha and Jonathan are just so much happier. I just feel like that maybe Clark is right and they won't accept it, of just saying, yeah, his abilities are a hinder on them. Where without his abilities, it's truly a 50-pound gorilla just being lifted, where now, do we have to worry about him at all? How do they feel like they have to worry about him less now that he's actually vulnerable?
It's weird, too.
Yeah.
Because, literally, you didn't have to worry about him at all.
And Clark's even questioning, well, now what do I do?
Well, maybe that's the thing. You know, you're so used to not worrying, and now you are having to actually worry. So maybe it's just it's a change of pace for them. So that's why they're kind of just all giddy about it, I guess.
She called him 6 times at the restaurant. Okay? She is worried about him even with powers, Joseph.
That's true. But he was left home alone. Kevin!
Well, now Clark is he's still bummed where Martha and Jonathan are lifting his spirits saying,
Just have some fun.
Well, your powers don't define you.
Yep.
Where Clark is now trying to get used to being normal. Martha and Jonathan then give each other again another smirk.
Yeah.
Where they are relieved because Clark is now normal.
But even I love Jonathan's point. You know, he always wished that he could be normal. He always wanted to be normal, so he got his wish. So let's see how it turns out.
Jonathan is using that in order to make himself feel better about him loving it so much. Is him telling himself that Clark in the end wanted it all along, so that Jonathan doesn't feel guilty.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Maybe. But yeah, so yeah, they just tell him to have some fun, go to school, just live life, man. And so we're back at Smallville High with Chloe and Pete.
I am disgusted. I am disgusted with this scene. Like, you have no idea. And here is why. Chloe is bragging about her article, saying she made it into the Inquisitor, and it's a big deal. Where Chloe then says, oh, Clark, well, maybe if you start throwing things 30 feet in the air, I'll start writing an article about you. This man has saved how many people's lives already, and yet nobody cares, but yet people care that Eric stopped one thief? What has Clark done with Whitney protecting him from car explosions? What about Quan?
He literally...
What about everybody?
He literally saved Chloe from Shawn.
Hold on, even the fire.
Yeah.
Even the fire with Coach. Nothing, Chloe. I didn't do anything. You're exactly right. I didn't save you from your burning office.
Yeah, remember when it was torched?
I hate you.
And so, yeah, basically, Clark definitely showing a little jealousy, but it's also like, it's not that big of a deal. I've done a lot.
Yeah, that's what I would be more angry with.
Right?
Where it's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Even now, it's like you should write an article about me. Do it now.
Dude, and yeah, and then Eric's over here running to Chloe like, hey, like, thanks for, you know, making me sound cool, all that, like, the paper was really cool. And so Chloe's like, oh, thanks for my computer. I'm a nerd. I can't live without it, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, but who came up with that Superboy idea? Oh, I did. Oh, I like that.
Thanks.
But again.
Dog, she just gave me the fuck me eyes, bro.
Oh, and her face even after, with her mouth wide open, looking at Clark, being like, oh, look, are you jealous? Are you jealous that a boy wants it? Like, her face is so outrageous in this scene. Which...
Hey, you kissed him last week. You're a whore. I'm
going back to this, though, and I'm still not going to let this go this episode. Eric is still not weird. Eric even running up to Chloe. It's like
he would have done that without the powers. Because it showed that he had confidence to talk to a girl at the beginning.
Nothing and Eric even doing that with Chloe, it's not weird. It's not even a hitting on.
Yeah.
It's really like, thanks for writing that news article about me. That's getting me attention from everybody.
Blow me later.
Well, that's, later, but...
Just later.
Well,
restroom, maybe.
Did you see her and her reaction? Yeah. Like,
that was agreement. That's silent agreement.
Happened.
And so, yeah, so they're just talking about...
Clark being jelly.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Yeah, Chloe and just walks away. Huge love from Superboy. Eric's over here signing autographs at school. So this is what I was talking about earlier.
All right. You got an interesting little thing here.
Because Whitney, at first, when they first showed him at in front of the store and everything, he was being vulnerable. He was being cool, kind of chilled, like opening up to Lana. Now we have him and Lana showing up to Pete and him, and Whitney's just being like, "Hey, Ross, putting up a team together, man. You want a pickup game in the gym? You want to play some basketball?" And so Pete's automatically about to say no, because Clark doesn't play. He's always scared of hurting people, but now he can play because he can't hurt people because he's weak as shit.
Okay.
But now I'm all to my point though. Whitney's being really nice for some reason.
I don't like you.
Why is he being so nice?
Okay. Joseph, I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but you're turning the show into something that I don't like, which is called Defensive Whitney. If I hear Defensive Whitney one more time in this show, things are going to happen. And you know what? Pete's going to become my favorite character. I'm going to threaten Pete.
I asked a question.
Okay.
Why is he being so nice?
You know why? Lana had a talk with him. That's
Spanked
why.
Him?
Probably. So here's my thing when it comes to the necklace, because Clark is actually more relieved in this scene, which I do love, because he's figuring out that I can actually be around Lana even when she's wearing that.
Yeah, he's like freaking out about the necklace, looking at it and stuff.
I just hate that even that small of kryptonite, which is why I have a problem with it. That small of a bit makes him freak out that bad where he truly can't even be 5 feet away from her. Which that would mean to me, it's like, well, if that was in the soil, for example, with Fat Girl, then you would have been freaking out the entire time, even with your foot stepping on the ground. So that's the only thing that kind of weirds me out with his reaction to something so small. Otherwise, makes sense to me. But Clark is funny because, to your point, Whitney's asking the boys to play some ball. Pete, no, we don't do that. Clark, I'm in. I'm down for this.
Also, how would Lana not react more weirdly as he's staring down at her chest?
He does that a lot whenever he is looking at the necklace. My only excuse is because he's so tall, maybe she can't notice. Because, yes, it looks like he's looking down her shirt.
No matter how tall they are, Taylor, she is going to tell that he is looking straight at her titties. Oh my God. Come on, bro. I would have been like, bro, like, no, not even Whitney reacts.
Clark is a good man. Martha has raised him better. Not Jonathan, though. Him hitting Nell and Martha at the same time. I know he's not. No! No! All
right, let's get to this pickup game, dude. So, yeah, great.
Well, wait. No. Let's get to Sum 41 Fat Lip.
Yeah, Sum 41 Fat Lip, bro. So, yeah, basically, Pete's like, oh, since when do you play, Clark? And he's like, since now.
Boom.
So we got Sum 41 Fat Lip. First off, we're wearing pants at the pickup game.
Let's all wear our jeans and let's play a pickup game to 15. You ready? I'm ready.
And the girlfriends are cheering. The two girls in the gym.
You ever notice that Whitney's friend in each of the episodes is always the douchebag football player that always picks on the person?
Yeah.
Just like his person in this episode is Brent. That's all of a sudden his best bud, and Holly and Lana are hanging out together.
And Clark is so happy he's able to feel pain when getting knocked down or falling on the ground.
He's like, is that a boo-boo on my elbow?
Oh my God! Whitney, help me up! Whitney even helps him up.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. He's being weirdly nice and stuff. It's freaking me out because I fucking hate him.
Maybe it's because things are going really well with him and Lana, where she hasn't even hung out with Clark. That's very true.
Maybe.
They have not had any type of alone time together in how long? Since she yelled at him last episode? That's quite a bit. The only thing she did was yell at him. So they haven't been really communicating on the flirty level like they were.
That's true.
Whitney's got nothing to worry about.
And he's normal now.
And now we're having Clark, though, suck, which is also what I enjoy.
I know, he's having the best time and he's losing. You can just tell he's losing.
He's having like a smile where he made one basket. He's like, look what I just did.
Hey, you see me make that basket?
Him and Pete lost 15-3.
Dude, 15-3.
Yeah, that's where Whitney now invites them to play every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
After lunch, bro, or at lunch. I was like, what? This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, why is Whitney so nice right now?
He's probably nice to them because he gets to whoop their ass every single time.
Maybe it's like confidence boost. Exactly. It's like, oh, I know I can whoop Clark's ass.
He needs the confidence booster before the game. It's it's psyching him out.
And so Clark was so happy to lose, or just to play, I should say. Now, we get to go to Metropolis after that game. And dude, Sir Harry? We get to meet Sir Harry. And is he not just one dude you just want to punch right in just the sucker, bro? Just right in the mouth.
The moment I saw this episode and I heard Sir Henry speak.
Harry.
Or Sir Harry. I'm sorry, I even forgot his name because I know I'm never going to see his ass again after this episode.
He waddles.
The moment, I thought he was going to be Penguin, for example. But the moment I saw him, I immediately said, Lex is going to kill you. That's what I thought was going to happen, that he was going to do something across Lex, and Lex was going to end up having to hire somebody to kill this man.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought because, to your point, that's the vibes that I get from this man.
Honestly, yeah, I feel that. And so, yeah, Metropolis, we are in a business office meeting, it looks like, between Lex and Sir Harry and Victoria, who is the daughter, of course. And so, it's clearly kind of, I guess, what do you call this? Wool over the eye?
In a way, but going back to what we even noticed 2 episodes ago with the shimmer, and that is Victoria was going through the computer of Lex Luthor, where we saw the Katniss Labs, and that's where we then spoke about how Superboy was going to be coming about, but Lex already knew that Victoria was going through his computer when Clark walked in on him. So in a way, this shouldn't have been surprising for Lex because Lex was already ahead of the game. It's just funny to me because I said Lex needs to kill both Sir Harry and Victoria because Victoria wasn't going after both companies.
Yeah.
She was just going after Luthor Corp, which was a lie from her, which I was not expecting. Sure, I said that Lex was already giving in to her. He was losing the game with her because of what they were doing. But I also didn't like that she lied just to do it all for her own company and for her own father.
Yeah.
That wasn't the agreement. We're supposed to go after dads together.
Yep, exactly. Well, yeah. And so that's why he feels obviously a little betrayed there. And so Victoria was pretty much just playing him the whole time. And so basically Sir Harry tells him, yeah, have you heard of Cadmus Labs? And Lex is like, yeah. And he looks at Victoria, obviously, you've been leaking information. And so he invests in Cadmus Labs and takes it over and is going to make an offer to Luthor Corp in the morning.
I just got to go back to this real quick. The moment you make Lex Luthor wait 45 minutes for a meeting,
that's right,
is the moment you're going to get shot in the head.
That's
Because
right.
who the fuck do you think you are making Lex Luthor wait 45 minutes? By the way, also, you know Lex is already suspecting something if you're making him wait that long.
Yep.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He is a businessman. He understands if you truly want to get the business deal done, you're going to be showing up on time,
punctual,
ready to go.
Yep.
What are you, 45 minutes? Lex was already on his phone.
Oh, Lex, yeah.
He already figured it out. He already made the phone calls in 15 minutes ago. What are you doing? You dumb?
Dude. And so...
But he says, hold on, before you go on, before we get to the next scene, he says the patents from the lab is then going to be able to give them the proper funds to be able to buy Luthor Corp.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, Lex walks out of the meeting. We cut to the first appearance of the Talon, bro. The front view. We are at the theater, the closed out one, I guess, for 5 years, 10 years, whatever you want to call it.
This was like 20 years.
And so Lana's here just checking it out, obviously because it's being sold. And so Clark, for some reason, I first had guessed it, like, why are you here? How do you know she's here? But he does say Nell told him.
Yeah, he said that he was looking for her, and then Nell told him, told him where she was. So this is where Lana then goes into her explaining her parents that this is where they actually met, which is why the Talon is so important to her.
And she used to watch movies here with them.
This is actually a very sweet moment, which is why I have a problem with Clark here. Because Lana's in explaining how her mother went in, saw Close Encounters, her dad was working at the concession stand, mom then walked out of there, where then the dad was hanging out with the mom for the rest of the movie together, and that's how they were able to start dating.
It just clicked.
And even Lana's explanation of here, why she wants to keep the Talon, because it's some type of tangible evidence that her parents existed. And Clark's response is, have you ever heard of Let It Go?
Sometimes letting go is the only way to go.
What are you doing? Like, she just spilled her heart out to you of the Talon on why it's so important, and your response is, let it go.
He just smoked a doobie on his way to the Talon.
Like, oh, Nell just had some. I picked it up from the florist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought you were over there. My bad. You ever heard of Let It
Why
Go?
would you say? And also,
just go with the flow, Lana.
Dude, if my parents died and this is the movie theater and the last thing I had of them, I would want to keep that movie theater more than anything. What am I missing? What do you mean, let it go?
And
How about let's rebuild this bitch and let's get it going?
And Lana doesn't even react crazy to that.
No, she once again gives this dumbass an out and says, you know what? Maybe you're right. What?
I would be insulted.
All
and
right.
so...
I have a question for you, though, too. I have a lot of questions for you.
All right.
My question, because she now asks, well, what are you doing here? And Clark is like, well, actually, I came here because I dozed off in English class to get your English notes. Has he become dumber?
He is high as shit right now, bro.
Well, wait, he's never asked for notes from anybody. Remember, everybody went to him even for math. Is he dumber now?
Only math.
So is he dumb now, though?
Yeah.
No more super brain.
Eric's intelligence now?
Yeah, it's exactly...
I can't understand English, Lana. Can you help me? I need notes. Hey, let it go. Just let that go. I need homework.
And that's why...
One small word do trick.
And that's why... Oh my god. Holy shit.
Small word, do trick.
But that's why maybe for Lana's opening up, Clark didn't have a reaction because he is dumb now.
He's dumb brain.
He is dumb brain where he's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I need the notes.
Yeah, this theater sucks. Can you just give me the notes, please?
Yeah, you know what? They should close this dumb. Are they gonna like bring it down?
This is where your parents met at. It's like looking around, hands on hips, like this is where they met. They clicked here.
Oh Ow!
Wow.
Lana,
Smells in here.
so Lana then is like, "Oh my God, you're dumber than normal. Why are you acting so weird, un-Clark-like?"
Yeah, and Clark is just like, just decided to kick back and relax and not worry about life. Like, if anything, you're worrying about life a bit more.
I got the weight of the world off my shoulders now. I'm doing perfect.
Yeah, no demons on me, man. I'm as good to go.
This next scene hurt me.
I'm groovy. I'm groovy. And so
This
after
scene hurt
that,
me. This scene hurt me, Joseph.
the theater one, or are you talking about this one we're
This
coming
next
on?
one.
All right, so this next one we have here. Hey, parents at the summer house. Eric's coming in. He's like, Mom, Dad, have y'all seen the paper? Like, this is awesome. Like, have y'all seen the paper? This is cool.
Look,
And then
somebody wrote about me defending somebody. Look, Mom, Dad,
I stopped a burglar.
I'm a hero.
Yeah. And so what does Mom do? He's like,
Mom is scared of him. Don't touch me, Brightburn.
Yeah. And then his father comes out like, yeah, Eric, we're just a little concerned about this strength you have. And then Eric's just like, it must have been the lightning, Dad. It must have just been the lightning. And he's like, I'm not sick.
That's great.
I'm special.
We're gonna go see Dr. Lipback. We're gonna go see Dr. Hubris. We're gonna go see Dr. So-and-so. He names like 3 doctors that they're gonna go and see. This is supposed to be your son.
Dude, he's about to send him off to the labs, bro.
So let me get this straight. Your son, who you thought was a loser who you hated, you wanted to just get rid of. Your son then develops powers, where then your son becomes a different person.
Right.
And you still hate your son. So
that's why it even hurts when he says that. It's like, I'm not sick, Dad, I'm special. Like he just wants to be loved, dude.
Well, I'm so confused because what did Eric do to them?
He was born!
But it makes no sense. And I wish, in all honesty, to solve Eric's problems and so that we could get to a happier moment in the episode, just kill your parents right here. Just kill your parents.
But see, that goes back to the earlier point. He's a good guy, man. He's not going to do that, bro.
Kill your parents.
He's not going to do it.
No, you got to kill Dad right now.
That's what's crazy. That's what makes him cool.
And then I would, like, grab Mom's arm and be like, are you going to tell anybody? Like, I would get real villain.
Yeah, I would suggest you tell no one. And so, yeah, he basically storms out, put hands on his dad, lifted him up, everything. Like, dude, I could kill you right now, pretty much. But you know what? Whatever. Y'all want to be scared of me? I'll leave. I'm sorry I was such a bother.
You know what, though? I'm going to go get me a leather jacket because I'm the bone cracker.
Yeah, I'm Neo mixed with Superman now.
Boom. I'm going to go get the biggest boombox.
Biggest boombox shows up and slams it on the high school, what is this, a lunch table, outside table of Smallville High, and it's a cross-eyed boyfriend. Holly.
I would have paid probably $100 just for him to slam the boombox and for it to say, I am Kazam.
Oh my God. That would be so stupid. And so, how rude is that? You're just telling me Holly's going to be impressed by that? You're just slamming the boombox like, hey, you want to go out sometime?
No. I disagree with you here. The boombox thing is stupid, granted, but this is also the time period. So, getting a big type of boombox during that, I mean, it's expensive. That's like a $300 boombox that he is walking down the street with.
But it was at this point where you don't need to... That was time where we didn't do that. That's why he had a CD player at the beginning.
True, but now he can afford a leather jacket and a boombox. Now
and afford to ask the question, hey, want to go out with me sometime?
But no.
In front of Cross-Eyed.
I'm going to disagree with you because this is pure confidence where Holly is into it.
She doesn't say no.
She just saw him being able to save a person's purse, defend a woman's honor. She is into this, where now this man is so confident because she knows he has a crush on her. He comes up, he's like, I want to go out with you. Let's go out. And her reaction is, hell yeah. Until Brent then You know what?
Are you suicidal? Which is kind of
He
crazy
was.
because he
He
was.
was.
Yeah. And so now he's picking a fight.
We're
with
not
Eric.
gonna let this go. He's not gonna let this go. You gonna come and hit on my woman right now in front of me?
Face it, Summers, you're not gonna get me.
Oh my God.
Bro, he looks so crazy. I would not take him serious. He's cross-eyed. He's cross-eyed. I'm sorry. He's cross-eyed. I would not take him serious.
Some people can't help their disabilities.
Bro, you can't. You don't even know who's your girlfriend over here. I know you can't see her. Point her out. Where is she? Where is she, Brent? Turn around real quick. If you can't point her out, I get her. You let me take her out if you can't point her out.
You know what? You're exactly right. We need a Tokyo Drift moment where Holly comes up and says, "Winner gets me."
That's right.
What we needed to have happen.
DK or white guy? And so,
Hold on. Eric needed to stop here. Eric wins the fight if he punches that rearview mirror and he stops.
Dog. If he stopped, yeah, because he was gonna back down. He was already scared.
He was already
Brent's
scared, and he's
bro.
backing up right now where everyone's watching, because if he truly punches the mirror, everybody's saying, dude, he won.
Bro, how crazy would that be too if you saw that in person? Like in a fight, you just see some dude just punch the mirror out of someone's car. It's a big mirror, and he completely broke it.
Oh yeah, no, it's an SUV mirror that he just broke.
And everyone's just like, oh shit.
But that's what I mean. That would be so impressive. Where everybody at school, that would be enough for you to become the most popular kid of all time, because you didn't beat up the bully, because you could have. You hit on his woman, and you were able to make everybody terrified.
Now
he gets Holly.
But see,
He wins her.
I'll tell you, the fan, the one that's not a fan of Eric after that is the owner of that truck.
Well, yeah, but hopefully, you know what I was really...
Or was it Brent's?
That's what I was going to say. I was hoping that he would have gone up to Brent's car and
Actually,
just completely
I think it is his car, bro, because look what he does right here. He runs away from Eric and hides under the truck. Who does that? No one does that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though, that would have been enough for Eric to be able to win the fight, where he just walks away and he's like, Holly, this your boy? You're going out with me tonight.
Yeah.
That's it. Except he has his shirt tucked into his black pants
with the trench coat over, the black trench coat. My God.
So
dude.
at first I was like, yeah, you're the best, Eric. But then I see that his pants are up to his belly button.
Bro.
And now I'm a little confused by who I'm cheering for in this
he went
fight.
back a time period or something. I don't know what happened. But he went to a certain store that sells retro only.
That's what I mean by I am Kazam.
Bro, no.
This is early 90s.
Bro, that's Neo.
This is early 90s vibe.
That's Neo.
Man, the tucking the shirt in the pants is not Neo. Neo does not tuck his shirt into his pants.
Dude. But yeah, so he lifts the truck over Brent, and he's like, and then he tosses it over
and
in the
crossing
parking
the line.
lot.
Everything now after the toss of the truck is too far.
Speeds up to him, cuts him off, dude, and then
he grabs him.
Tosses him.
And he just goes shattering into the wooden bench. And by the way, Brent's dead.
You think Brent would be dead?
He would be damaged. What if he had like a wooden post through his leg or something?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then Clark tries to interrupt him.
Obviously trying to be the hero where he should know he doesn't have the power. So he's...
You're not my dad, Clark.
The moment he says that, though, to Clark, Clark should have registered. Man, I bet he has family issues. Because...
You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Why don't we go sit down? I talked to Kyle, but I can't talk to you, Eric.
We can hug it out.
No, I'm going to touch you. Touch?
I'm going to touch you? Okay. And so Clark gets tossed by Eric.
Just throws him on top of the car.
Now, whose car is that?
Teacher's, and he is pissed.
And then Holly's like, get away from us, freak.
And now the bone cracker is now no more because everybody is staring. He is now turning into the awkward person that Clark always feared to be, where he is, to your point, and what Holly said, the freak.
Yeah, and so Clark is knocked out, clearly damaged from that toss. So now, what are we calling Eric? Are we going with Leech?
Yeah, I don't...
That's the only...
It's the only...
Because he's Clark, pretty much, you know what I mean? Like.
But the thing, like, would I go back to, is he a villain? Can anybody do this? Is this, like, a thing?
Call him Swap? You want to call him Swap?
What is the Ryan Reynolds movie? What is that called?
Change Up?
Change Up. Let's call him Change Up.
Oh, Change Up. Okay, it's Change Up, bro. Okay, that's fine. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Because Leech is cool, but it's like, I think that's more so on the process of how it happens. I'm leeching the powers.
it's a weird thing. I just wish that
Oh,
he had
either one, I guess.
I wish he had control over it.
That'd be
I
kinda
wish
cool.
that I didn't have to have the lightning strike in order for it. Instead, I just, again, going back to touch, where I just have to touch you and then it happens.
Yeah.
Where I'm the only one.
True. Yeah, I that's
Actually, that would have been better if who I touch, we switch physiologies.
That'd be like in what was it in Legion? That girl. Anytime she would touch someone, she would switch places with them.
Yeah, like that.
She had to wear gloves. She had to wear gloves all the time, dude.
How are we coming up with better ideas in 5 minutes?
And so we're back after that whole fiasco at the hospital because Clark is injured. He's normal now. Also, this is the first appearance of this doctor because he plays a doctor multiple times spread throughout multiple seasons. It's crazy. He plays Dr. McIntyre.
Is he the same doctor in every season?
Yeah, he's like a consistent doctor they always see.
Does he ever turn into somebody?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
No, I'm saying no, he doesn't.
Oh.
I was saying, like, I was about to say I don't know, but I do know, and he doesn't.
So it's
as far as I know.
He's the town doctor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Town doctor. McIntyre.
I don't know.
McIntyre.
I don't know what you're hinting at here.
McIntyre! Anyway, so yeah, Martha's walking him out. Lex is there to visit Clark.
Hold on. I have to pause before you go on. And this is why. This is probably one of my other favorite parts in the episode, where Clark is in walking out with Martha. And we know how Clark speaks after last episode. Go! But with Clark going, yeah, so I don't know what's going on with my powers. Ever since I lost them, I still feel like they're my responsibility where I need to be able to help whoever has these powers. Lex comes around the corner. Clark, I've heard everything. It's the best moment where it's like, okay, well, there's your secret. Lex knows.
He would definitely be eavesdropping too.
Look, and that's what I mean.
I want to go back to when the doctor was like, hey, it'd probably be smart to x-ray him so we know exactly what's going on, and they rejected it. Like, they were weird about it. Did you notice that?
I did. Both Clark and Jonathan looked at each other thinking that was something
just
abnormal.
Just an absurd idea. I get it because maybe they're used to, like, when he had powers, oh, we don't ever do x-rays, we're never going to draw blood, nothing like that. So, but they know he's normal, so they're still scared to do it?
It wouldn't be a big deal if they did it now. Unless it's because they're still waiting because maybe it's been only 3 days.
Also, maybe they're broke.
Well, that too. I mean...
X-ray?
Well,
that's money.
Maybe he should have taken the Rickman off.
Is there farmer's insurance?
There has to be.
Life insurance?
They got a lot of cows, though. He's got to be doing well now. Those cows aren't cheap.
Yeah, he's milking. He's milking good.
How many udders?
Martha's too.
What? No. Don't you ever say that about Martha.
You can milk about anything with nipples, Greg.
That's not true.
Can you milk me? So Lex is basically talking to Clark. Clark, what I said about you the other day, I'm sorry. Apologizing again because really it was weird.
Can you just look at this as a temporary short-sightedness of myself, where this in a way is interesting because Lex is really seeing Clark as a normal person. Clark seems like he is selling it to Lex.
Oh, he's selling it for sure because this is the most convenient time this could work.
Well, but it's also saying where Clark is like, I'm gonna get my powers back, but while I'm weak, you see this, Lex? Lex, look at my face.
Hit me! You're gonna see. I bleed, bro. I bleed.
Look at my face, Lex. You think this is a lot?
Punch me in the face. Shoot me in the foot. Come on.
Hey, pull it. Pull the trigger.
Hit me with your car again. 40 this time though. Don't go 60. Don't go 60.
We can't do it off a bridge either.
Yeah, just kind of maybe actually 10 miles per hour.
10
miles. Okay. So after that, he clearly sees he's injured. It cuts back to the Summers home. Eric is coming back home because he is scared.
He's scared.
He messed up.
Yeah.
He did something stupid. This is why he's still so cool, man.
He is still not crossing that line because, in a way, his father's the one that made him smack and made him go buy the leather jacket and the boombox to make him lose that type of control with his anger, which I think that's also going back to what we've seen, I think, 2-3 episodes ago with Clark and Jonathan, where it's, in a way, you can't lose your anger whatsoever if you have these powers.
Mm-hmm.
All of us lose our type of control. We get angry. But you're not allowed to if you have these abilities because the moment you regret it is the moment you screwed up and did something horrible. His parents then get the phone call from who? Joseph, who rats him out?
His dad.
It's Quan.
It's Quan?
Quan makes
the
the call.
principal call.
Quan
The
makes
principal call.
the call.
Dude, Quan, bro.
Quan needs to die. Quan has stuck his...
Okay, but Taylor, why would he not call the house?
Because his dad is a teacher. What do you mean, why didn't he call the house?
What is protocol to call the house?
What do you mean it's protocol? The teacher you can tell his father, who happens to be a co-worker.
Oh, well.
There's no, oh, well, Quan wants to just dig it in. That's what Quan is. Quan's a digger, where he's going to dig it out until he finds it, even if there is nothing there.
That's what sucks, too, because, like, now Eric's just scared, bro. He's just like, Mom, don't be afraid of me. And then
Look what his dad does.
Pulls out a golf club and has it at the lake point right there.
And his father, in a way, just tries to turn it around like Lana did with her argument with Clark, where all of a sudden everything becomes... Oh, you're the I'm terrified of you. You're the bad person. Are we not going to talk about how you try to whoop your son in the back of the head? Are we not going to talk about the abuse that you have given your son? And even Eric responds, you're supposed to be my parents. You're supposed to protect me. You're supposed to be my father. And his dad then looks at him dumbfounded like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, like, I was never told to do that. I was never told to do that.
I would much rather have Lionel as my dad in that hair.
God, dude. And so, tell me you weren't getting X-Men 2 vibes with that whole thing. In X-Men 2, he plays Bobby Drake, goes to his house. His family calls the police on him because they're scary people.
I needed him to have, like, a sidekick or another bad person with him, so then his parents would be like, who's that? That's the art teacher.
Yeah. And what does he say in X-Men also? He's like, you hear about all the scary mutants on the TV?
I'm the worst one.
I'm the worst one. Dude, he pulled he did basically opposite what Bobby Drake did, but he pulled some X-Men stuff there.
This is the same house, too. You're not going to tell me otherwise. This is the same house that they showed Bobby and his family.
Oh, you think so? And so, we're after that scene... We have the cops pulling up. Well, the cops pulled up on Eric's house.
Cops pulled up where we now cut to the Kents here.
Kent's here, yeah. And so John and Clark are just talking about how...
Well, it's because Jonathan actually went and saw Mr. Summers, where Jonathan is like, hey, Clark, hey, his parents are scared. Jonathan, did you not get, like, piece of shit vibes from his father at all? Did you not get his parents didn't want him?
Wouldn't Clark even mention how he was kind of a dick on the field trip?
Yeah. Hey, Dad, his dad really does suck. Like, really bad. And even Clark is explaining, I don't think Eric is a bad guy. I don't think that he's wanting to do the things that he is.
And even John knows. He's like, nah, man, yeah, of course. He's just a teenager. He's just in over his head, that's all.
Well, and I hate that Clark just keeps, like, rubbing his stomach as if
he completely changes his story. Yeah, I played basketball for the first time without ever getting hurt. It was kind of cool.
Well, he's explaining to his dad that he actually enjoyed his day of being normal, that he was able to play basketball for once.
Even though he got tossed in a car. It was a good day, Dad.
But he's able to feel this pain, which he's also enjoying. He's becoming an adrenaline junkie.
Dad, hit me. Oh, no. I need Martha's hands. Yours aren't that good.
Dad, I want you to hit me really hard.
Stomach or face, your choice.
I choose face.
If you want a preference, face. So now...
Clark still says that the powers are my responsibility. Martha then gets off the phone saying, oh,
something happened at Eric's house.
His parents just called the cops. Why would his parents call you Martha?
Everyone has to call the Kents.
Are they gone?
For everything. Produce and family counseling.
Everything is their
billionaire
problem.
Ideas.
Hiding bodies.
Yeah, hiding bodies, whatever. But so after that, Clark goes to check on the Summers house. We have Lex walking back into that same meeting in Metropolis with Sir Harry and Victoria.
And now we have Sir Harry, where all of a sudden he's no longer smiling like the rat face that he is. Instead, he's very depressed.
Because the deal went sour on his end.
And how did it go sour?
Because Cadmus Labs is apparently worthless.
Interesting. The only person that would have been able to know that is Lex, but yet Victoria was able to read his computer where Lex says, oh, you mean that piece of fiction?
Yeah, I had it on my computer, just there for your attention.
And all Lex has to do is, I'm going to be making a phone call in the morning to buy your company. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, and my dad, I'll make sure you say hello.
You ever make me wait 45 minutes again? And we'll see what happens.
I'll kill your daughter.
In front of you.
Yeah.
Victoria, now completely devastated, is so shocked, where she's like, how could you ever do this to somebody like me?
My God.
Well, this is
call
what I hate.
sleeping with me business?
Before you get into the line, I have to say, why is Victoria surprised? You were trying to screw Lex.
That was my whole thing, too.
You first had an agreement with him where he was on board that y'all would be doing this together.
Yeah.
You went against that agreement. What are you saying? Oh, this is all business.
Lex, how could you do this to me? Oh, Sahabi. Shut up.
Shut up. You betrayed me, you ass.
Yeah, and so you call sleeping with me business? I hate to think what that makes you.
What does it make her, Joseph?
A whore.
Because she just...
A whore? What do you mean?
She just completely slaps
a Dimesdale hooker, bro.
Okay. She was acting very whorish, though. Because obviously Lex did care, which is why he threw the sleeping comment in there.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's hurting. He's definitely hurting. But, dude, you can't do that, bro.
Well,
Lex is 2 steps ahead, maybe 4.
Well, again, like what he said before about how I made fun of saying Victoria had all the cards in her hand, Lex truly believed that they were playing a game.
Yep.
She didn't turn it into a game. Instead, she made it not fun.
Mm-hmm. And he just owned everyone.
Yeah,
ripped them.
That's all. Okay. All right.
All right. You want to get to your next scene after you just own them? We're back at the Talon. Lana looks like she's packing up some things, cleaning around.
I hate this scene.
Clark somehow knows she's here.
Well, no, he says that he saw the light on and he just assumed that she was in here, which is why he then walks into it, where she is rolling up. She is starting to put things away because she could have done that 10 years ago, but she's been busy with her own life. Clark is then being so weird, where Lana is then going on and on about her relationship and how she is saying, wouldn't it be cool? Because they're talking about Eric and the experience that's going on. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, you had powers? Clark immediately says, yeah, that's great. Shut up. I need your necklace.
Yeah. I don't like how he asked just outright, like, dude, she needs to question this more. And she's just okay with it. Like,
it's all
yeah, sure, take my necklace.
Well,
okay, clearly, you know what? We can lose this now because it seems to me you don't care about your necklace, Lana.
Remember, it's what Clark has taught her. Let it go.
Yeah. Hey, remember how I told you to let it go earlier? Just give me your necklace now.
But
you don't need this. He just like tosses it in the trash. Yeah, make sure that stays there tonight.
It's a Michael Scott thing where he's like buying the tickets and then he's ripping it.
Oh yeah, let me buy them from you. Okay, gone.
I also need to pay you next week. But now we have where my favorite moment, even though Lana should be questioned.
This should have happened 2 episodes ago.
I told you, whenever that happened within the barn scene,
I knew you were going to like this
he
part.
should have been able to kiss her on the cheek, which is funny that I mentioned that, because what did I get in this episode finally?
The kiss on the cheek.
Because he is scared, thinking that maybe he's not going to be able to make it out alive, because
probably die.
He is once again normal. Lana's still not asking any type of questions. Lana is still going along with it as if everything is hunky-dory.
Yeah, and I don't get how she's not questioning more, bro. Like, not even tears, bro.
Nothing.
Bro, she was having more tears when she was mad about Whitney.
She's truly crossing her arms here going, okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Clark. See ya. Make sure to bring my necklace back.
Where Clark then somehow runs to their house in a, how long would you say? I feel like this town has got to be incredibly small.
Okay, yeah, now the timeline is definitely going to be stretched because he's walking everywhere.
He's walking everywhere.
Unless there's his car. What happened to the car? I thought he drives.
Maybe that was his truck that Eric flipped.
Anyways, we're at the Summers house here. And, dude, they're tossing... There's cars tossed in the roof.
I love that there's a car in the roof because that's a Brightburn scene if I've ever seen one.
And so Clark's like, yeah, what happened? It was like, yeah, Eric just started, throwing a temper tantrum. Look what he did to the house. Look what he did to my house.
Can you believe that asshole? Now I have to fix the roof.
Yeah, he's gonna go somewhere just to end it all. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, Clark.
Yeah.
They don't even bother to go look for him at all.
You mean you didn't know where your son was gonna commit suicide?
They don't love their son.
He did something to them. I just want to know what it is.
And I like how he's back here again at the dam. That's where Clark finds him at the same spot. And so when, of course, Clark took the necklace, he put it in the lead box that Lex gave him. And so he brought it, so he's going to put it or use it on Eric.
He is very surprised whenever he runs out. And again, does not make sense because we even saw, I'm going to pause it here real quick because I just have to go back to the timeline aspect.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that they went on a class field trip into the woods where Eric then disappeared, where he ended up on the dam. How did Clark get to that dam if you have to go through the woods so quickly? What time is it right now?
How close is that dam to the house?
Is it 3 a.m.? It's got to be 3 a.m. at this point.
Bro.
Where Clark is...
Where are the phone calls now, Martha? Huh? Where's your son at 3 a.m.? Normal as shit.
Again, Martha doesn't care because he's normal now. So because he doesn't have any powers, he can stay out as late as he wants. It doesn't make any sense with this family and their rules. When it comes to, though, Eric falling off and making that jump, Clark is actually legitimately freaked out, but in a way, I think, curious.
Yeah, he's like, wow, can he actually make that?
Yeah, can he actually do that without being unharmed? That was probably the best special effects I've seen.
No, I'm telling you, the effects in the show, I mean, in this episode specifically, are good.
Eric then comes back up. He's obviously okay, and he's just saying, I'm testing my limits, seeing what I can do, seeing if that jump was enough. Apparently, it wasn't.
And he's telling him, look, you can adjust to these abilities, you just got to give yourself time. And how would you know, Clark? Are you serious? It's pretty obvious.
How does he not guess this?
Yeah.
How does
it's
he
completely
not
obvious.
guess? Especially because Clark has been acting weird. Everybody says that he's been acting weird. Eric has paid no attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
So Eric has no idea.
So he's a cool guy, so maybe that makes sense. He's a little dumb.
Maybe, but... God, I'm trying to give... Who's the smart... It's Chloe. I'm like, who's the smartest person in Smallville?
Rex, dude. What do you mean, bro?
He uses Chloe in order to find information on two coworkers because his PIs couldn't do it.
And so Eric approaching Clark right now. Yeah, the girl in my dreams won't think I'm a freak. The cops won't be after me.
Well, this is going to Clark's now worst fear, where people find out about his powers. What is their reaction going to be? Eric is now finding that out because he went anger mode. But that's also what happens when you do things like that. If you were controlled your anger, people would love you.
Hell yeah. And so, he's approaching Clark. Clark's already been tossed over here. We're at like a field generator thing. So this kind of confirms
Power plant.
Yeah, your power plant at the dam. So Eric's just like, nothing on earth can stop me. And then tosses Clark some more. Yeah, he's just tossing him.
Clark loses the necklace.
He finds the necklace now, though. And now he's holding it. But it makes the sound here, right? It makes the sound, but it doesn't make Eric weak for some reason. Why?
Because, again, that's what I meant by it's weird how close that he is to Lana, and all of a sudden he's feeling the effects of the necklace, where Eric is, to your point, that distance away.
Yeah.
He is no further than what Clark is to Lana, where he is feeling the veins. Mm-hmm. So you would think that it would do this to Eric, but Eric feels nothing, just turns around, he's like, let me grab this electrical wire here.
And so this confirms, too, it's not just lightning, it's electricity.
And kryptonite rock.
Kryptonite rock and electricity.
It's got to be mixed together, meaning that anybody could do this.
Yeah, and so Clark grabs him at the same time. They shock themselves. They do the reverse, the swap, the change up.
It's the change up.
Yeah, and then so now Clark is normal. Kryptonite is affecting him as normal.
And Clark is able to throw that in the lead box, close the lead box, and now I'm safe.
And Eric, what does Eric say?
So cold.
Iceman?
I'm so cold. I'm changing into something else.
I'll see you, X-Men 2, in a couple years.
Do you want a rose?
He was probably filming this like not too long after, like X-Men 2.
Oh, yeah. He went to the next stage over.
Yeah, probably. And so, Eric gets tossed in the ambulance.
Jonathan now appears because Jonathan always has to come. I wish Martha would come instead. You know what, Jonathan? Why don't you take a back seat? Because now Jonathan is just disappointed in my opinion.
Because it's better when... Dude, you don't want to send a woman out on the night by herself?
Whoa! Martha can take care of herself. I'm sorry, did you not see her take out a serial killer? What's up?
She almost died doing that.
Yeah, she took him out.
She's better chances at home, too. Advantages.
Listen,
John could beat some ass in the streets.
Jonathan can't do anything.
Well, he can't beat his son.
That's true. Not
like
anymore.
Mr. Summers.
And now he's disappointed. Because now Clark is just talking about what I mentioned earlier. Where Clark is saying maybe with my gifts, if I didn't have them,
they complicate everyone's lives.
Yeah, things would have been easier for you. But Jonathan says, no, I think that being you is what makes you special. because
sure.
you using your abilities the way you do is the appropriate way versus what you saw with how Eric acts. We are the truly lucky ones. Clark then does a little sweet moment and he said, because he didn't have my 2 best gifts.
Yeah. Mom and Dad.
Mom, Pa.
Mom, Pa. Y'all my 2 best gifts.
Way to throw in Eric's face that he has shitty parents, Clark.
Yeah.
He's already going through enough.
He's about to probably get sent to like a mental asylum.
Yeah, because his father's definitely not going to take care of him anymore.
Yeah, my son's crazy. Take him.
Oh, by the way, my son's dad, he no longer exists. Sir, your son's going to make it. He's
Pull the plug, Doc.
He's gone.
Doc, give it to me straight. Is he gonna die? Tell me. Pull the plug if he needs to.
No, sir, he's not going to die.
Pull it.
Do you have a pillow?
Are you lying to me? Just give it to me straight. And so, yeah, so after that, they have their nice bonding moment. We're back at mansion.
Oh.
Lionel's on the speakerphone right now.
Oh,
saying,
my God.
hey, I'm so proud of you, son.
This scene
I'm proud of you.
is so gross.
It's disgusting.
It is so bothering.
And so we have Roger coming back, the journalist, investigator, whatever, coming back to Lex.
And Lex is saying, I know Clark is normal now. He truly bought into all of the bruises. Kid family is off limits.
Yeah, so off limits. I've seen that he's a normal kid.
Well,
and Roger's saying,
that's
there's
not
no way that's
possible.
true.
Yeah.
There's no way that's true. He's like, there's something there. Let me keep going. And Lex is like, no, they're off limits. I don't care.
And Roger has a very interesting thing where he pulls something out here, and it's an envelope that he throws onto Lex.
A big envelope.
Lex-
Like it looks like there might be pictures in there.
Lex then opens the envelope up, and he says, nice picture quality. And who initiated this little encounter?
Who do you think?
Where Roger says, your father, of course. I didn't know what that meant until the camera then pans to the photos where what do we see, Joseph?
We see promiscuous photos of Lionel and Victoria in bed together. Naked. Looks like they're engaging in intercourse.
I immediately wrote in the notes, ew.
Dude.
And I also thought this, though, and let me ask you if you think I'm right here. Lionel hired Victoria in order to test Lex to see if he would be able to continue on with the family business, or would he stab his family in the back. It would be the ultimate Lionel Luthor move, which makes Victoria really disgusting, where she would be having sex with his father, and then his father hiring her to then go and persuade Lex to then do this type of job where she then sleeps with Lex. I'm disgusted.
Bro.
I'm grossed out.
I'll be very honest.
Those
because
photos, oh my God, I can't sleep.
I'll be honest. It can work either way because we don't know exactly when the encounter happened. This could have happened like recently. It literally could have happened during the time with Lex. It could have happened before, or even, yeah, like I said, after. It could be like right now.
It could be.
What if Lionel was on the phone and he was having sex with Victoria at the same time with them just now?
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, it could work anyways. I'm definitely down for the theory because that's really all it is. We don't know when that happened.
And that's the last time we see Victoria too.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, thank God.
You lost my interest.
After what I just had to witness, at first I was okay because Clark put you on glass. But now I'm like, you know what? Maybe Hollow Kid should have taken you out.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Would have done everybody a lot of good.
Maybe you did suck. So anyways, after that scene, we have Clark and Lana back at the Talon, and he gave her the lead box.
How does he get away with this again?
Dude, I don't know
How does
how
he get
he's
away with
being
this
such
again?
a dick, like
Alright.
indirectly.
Here is the necklace with the lead box, but I
Oh.
want you to be able to have this and hold on to it. And Lana then once again, is this
Is
a
okay.
hint for me to not wear the necklace anymore? To once again let it go? So he somehow gets away with her not wearing kryptonite now?
It's-
Because
He just told her what to do. He just told her what to do.
and she listened?
Yeah.
And she said, okay.
I bet she wouldn't listen to Whitney.
Yeah, but Winnie hasn't deserved that yet. He's earning that back.
Yeah. He didn't give her the drive-in.
No, he didn't give her the
He
driving
gave her
whatsoever.
a book.
And he also would not have turned her down.
And so, yeah, and then Clark asked if could walk you home.
I do love that though. And I love her response.
I love the rain check.
Yes.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm meeting Whitney at the store. So you're meeting him across the street.
Yeah, across the street. By the way, he's looking at us right now while we are standing this close to each other. He is staring. I can feel his eyes.
Yeah, and so Lana's just like, rain check?
Rain check.
I love that. Because, I mean, dude, it's always there. The door is always cracked open, bro.
You know why she always said that, though? It's because he's kissed Chloe now.
And even that even nod right here on the theater screen, thanks for the memories. It's like, because the whole thing was letting go of your past, the memories and stuff. So, like...
I thought Fall Out Boy was going to be coming on after.
They didn't come out with that song yet. They didn't come out with that
it's
song
because
yet.
they hadn't seen the episode of Smallville yet.
Oh,
that's what I thought of. That's what they thought of.
Hey, I got a good idea for a song.
Wait.
Thanks for the memories.
No, where did you come up with that? The Talon?
Ah, you ever seen it? So yeah, we get a sad boy ending again. We get Clark sad boy just walking home alone.
Yeah, it wasn't really sad.
Because he has his powers back and he feels like,
Well, it's Lana, like what Lana said. He now looks like he has the weight of his shoulders back.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I can't be depressed, bro.
I still don't feel bad. Oh, boo-hoo. You have your abilities back. Now you can't get bruised up. Now you're back.
But see, you're the villain, bro. That would be the time of your life.
What the hell?
You're the villain. That would be the time of your life if you had power. It's like, yeah, I'm having the worst life. I'm having the horrible time. Yeah, my parents.
We've already talked about
they're
this.
Holding me back.
Chronicle, that kid that turns into a villain is not a villain. He would do what I would do.
Okay, but do you have parents like that? The
Yeah.
one that's a drunk father that would beat his ass?
They beat me all the time.
You're so stupid. There's no reason for you to even be a villain. It makes no sense.
Yes, there is. Because some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, I think you do. So anyways, I mean, that's it. We get the sad boy ending credits roll, and that's our episode for Leech. What you got? What you got, bro?
So what I have here...
You got some?
I got nothing.
You serious?
I really... Okay, so the only thing that I did have was that this was the last episode in which that we see Victoria, and the last thing that I also put down was this was the last thing we saw of the necklace. That she rarely uses it, or we rarely even see it after this.
It reappears, and then it disappears again.
And now it's gone. But now they have a reason. It's more like I feel like they forgot about it.
Yeah.
And they forgot about it, and they're just being like, shouldn't we bring that back? Oh,
we gotta bring it back to close out.
We gotta close it out.
Yeah, let's close it out. So, yeah, and then...
You got more?
Well, the dad. I was gonna say the dad... He was in the Fantastic Four movies. He played that doorman. Do you remember?
I do remember. I thought Stan Lee played the doorman.
Mailman.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Remember, because, like, Doom starts walking out, and he's like, Dr. Doom, are you alright? He's like, never better, Jimmy. And then he tosses him out the door. That's the dad. That was Mr. Summers.
You know what? Now I know why he deserved that.
He was also in Watchmen.
What was he?
He played a news anchor.
Did he die in Watchmen? Because I feel like that he always should die at this point. For treating Eric the way he did.
You remember the movie Invisible? When that kid died, or almost dies, and he can walk around like he's like on that different plane, like the astral plane, I guess.
I think I remember it.
He was like a ghost. It was
it
the dude who played Goku in that live-action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, I remember that kind of.
War of the Worlds.
Maybe. Man, it was a long time ago. I think that was a horrible movie.
Dragon Ball?
No, Invisible. Because didn't he have to like find the killer?
He had to find his body.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and the killer. I think something happened.
Yeah.
But and then Sir Harry Actor, he was in an episode of The Flash, just like a throwaway character. The mom comes out in a later episode of Smallville.
She's somebody else's mother, because now we have a scandal.
She's someone else for sure. And she was also a recurring character in that canceled Blade TV series. Do you remember that a long time ago?
There was a Blade TV series?
Yeah, live action.
I do not remember that.
It got canceled first season, but she was this person named Lisa Starr, and that was like all 8 of the episodes, or however many it was.
Wow, that's actually pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. She dying there too?
I hope so.
Eric's parents, I'm just like, dead. They're dead, right?
Dude. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Even the Doctor was in X-Men 3.
Not a bad episode. It's just nowhere near Shimmer to me still.
No, Shimmer is better.
Yeah,
I just like Eric. I think I like Eric, if anything.
Well, it just goes back to, I think I would have much preferred if Eric would have stayed good the entire time, where then it becomes a rivalry. Granted, Clark then gets his powers back in the end, where it becomes like an accident. I would rather Eric be good the entire time.
Yeah.
And then an accident happens where Clark gets the powers back. But the entire episode would be Clark being jelly. And even Lana pays attention to Eric. That's what I would have gone into.
Dang.
Yeah.
She likes them white boys.
Well, it would have been like a comic where Jimmy Olsen gets the superpowers, where then Lana and Lois pay attention to him.
All right, so yeah, that was the end of that episode. We'll have episode 13 next week. And Yeah, that's pretty much it.